Very few have had an impact on the history and diversity of MTSU athletics like track and field coach Dean Hayes. And now his legacy is being honored with a new exhibit at the Walker Library on MTSU's campus. MTSU's library sees the equivalent of the entire student body every couple of days, and that's why an exhibit to showcase the best of the university on the first and busiest floor makes sense.
The idea behind them is a way to showcase Murfreesboro, Middle Tennessee, the area in general, in a way that's engaging to our students.
Clay Trainum, who worked in athletics at MTSU, had the idea to honor Dean Hayes because of his important contributions not only to the university, but to the history of the community.
There's not very many people in any college campus that have such a direct tie to history as Coach Hayes does.
Teaching math in Lake Forest, Illinois, Hayes was deciding on whether to keep teaching or take a coaching job, which is what he really wanted to do, so he wrote several schools, MTSU being one of them. Hayes then came to MTSU in the fall of 1965.
All we had was men's athletics at that time, because they didn't start till up in the 70s with women's athletics.
The track and field program gained momentum as star athletes came to the university.
Where we really got started was in 1969. We signed a guy named Barry McClure, who was a triple jumper from Georgia. And of course he came, and the very first year he made All-American in Division I.
Hayes was essential in bringing the first African-American athletes to MTSU during a tumultuous time in the country, and he wanted not only the program to be a success, but also the athletes themselves.
I've always said this idea like, all right, bringing up somebody who's the first of whatever it is, so the first black athlete, you want them to be a success, because if they're a flop, then it makes it that much harder for the next ones. So if you bring the first one as a success, then it's easier to bring the next ones and have people accept them and so on.
Hayes has an amazing record, 117 All-Americans, mentoring Olympic athletes, and countless other accolades, along with helping to integrate MTSU. 10 years ago, the university renamed its $5 million track and soccer facility after Hayes for good reason.
He is 81 years old. He might not want me to tell that, but he's 81 years old, and this is his 54th year. He just won his 53rd championship, and the outdoor track championships are coming up in May, and there's a great chance that he'll win his 54th championship in 54 years.
The exhibit at Walker Library is a great showcase of all of his accomplishments.
They need to really get over and see this exhibit and see the numbers that he's put up over the years. It's basically unprecedented in college athletics, to be real honest with you.
The exhibit ends April 15th, so don't miss your chance to check it out. And if you want to see this legendary coach in action, make sure to attend one of the many track and field events coming up with Coach Hayes' star athletes. Hayes says helping students get an education is what he's most proud of.
The biggest thing, again, we hope that they'll do well athletically, but the biggest thing is that they can, get a degree, get a good job, take care of a family, and that's what we want.
The exhibit is on display and the library is open 7 days a week. Reporting for City TV, Linn White.